Good morning, P.S. Ratan, the chairperson of the ceremony. I would also wish to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, the Minister of Communication, Utilities, etc., Dr. Earl Asim Martin, Minister of Education, Mr. Nigel Catty, my colleagues, beginning initially with the Chief Secretary, Mr. Edmead, then the Financial Secretary, the Deputy Financial Secretary, Permanent Secretaries, Heads of Department, staff at the Sugar Diversification Investment Fund, the participants, ladies and gentlemen, media. It is indeed an honor for me to be participating in this ceremony this morning, and I just want to commend the partners for taking this bold initiative. This program being launched at this time is very significant, and I can't help but reflecting on the name PEP, because this is Carnival. And so therefore the expectation is that the lives of young people who will be participating at this time would be imbued and strengthened because of their involvement. So the word PEP is really a very, very innovative and appropriate term for this initiative. The PEP has several components because the government believes in the empowerment and the employment of all persons. And so therefore, the most vulnerable subgroups of our population are included in this program. For example, we have women in small businesses, and this is to really promote the growth of such businesses, because it is recognized that such businesses are integral to economic development, and this is what this program is about. The program is not necessarily intended to showcase traditional businesses, but also to bring on stream new businesses so that people could be truly empowered, especially those women who are single parents, because you would recognize that in St. Kitts and Nevis, large numbers of our households are headed by single mothers. And so the state has an option, the state has an opportunity through this program to empower those persons so that they could secure wealth and health for their children and for themselves. The nation is also blessed at this time with a large percentage of young people. If you look at the population of this country, you would recognize that a significant number of our population is comprised of young people. And so therefore we have to create the opportunities and the enabling environment to empower those young people. And so this program will also focus on their employment in terms of providing them with the opportunities for employment, as well as to enable them to acquire the necessary skills so that those persons who would not necessarily want to rely on persons for employment, they have the means of creating that employment for themselves. The program also looks at the improvement to the infrastructure. One of the ways to get around some of the difficulties associated with the economic challenges that the country is now facing is really to ensure that we put people to work. One of the proven ways of putting people to work is focusing on improving the infrastructure in countries. And so therefore this project is really intended in a very direct way to provide that opportunity, one, to enhance aspects of our infrastructure, which is also important for industry as well as for economic development. And so the program will focus on that as well. And then we want also to empower women in non-traditional areas, specifically in the construction trades. And so the program will focus also on that. And then we want to provide the skills so that persons are able to manage their businesses. You would agree that what is being proposed through PEP is multidimensional because it provides the scope for true development of persons. It is not meant to be fragmented so that we don't cover the full gambit of persons who need to be empowered. And so I believe that the architects of the program must be commended for the extent to which they have thought this program through, and so we are able to implement something which is holistic and something which is not fragmented. Some elements of the program include the fact that persons would be placed on paid job attachments, especially for persons who are academically qualified and who in other instances would not be able to find employment. Then some persons are going to be put in paid job opportunities in the environmental and construction sector. Then there will be opportunities for business training, grant funding for small businesses focusing on women, paid skill classes, as well as job attachment training in construction, as well as paid training opportunities. So I am pretty certain that you would agree that this project, once fully implemented and once persons who are going to be beneficiaries take advantage of it, will not only redound to the benefit of the nation, but will also redound to the benefit of the individuals who it is intended to serve. The committee is charged with the management, and so we are going to ensure that the interests of the SIDF as well as the interests of the government is taken care of. We intend to ensure that we have true empowerment, because empowerment must be seen and felt as a result of this program. So I want to commend this program. I want to commend the government and the SIDF for their partnership, and to encourage young people to make full advantage of this initiative. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Newton, for your brief overview.